Hello, welcome back to the channel. On today's menu, 3 new Kettle releases. The rich cut flavors, European style sour cream and chives, Himalayan pink salt. Finally, Italian style balsamic vinegar and sea salt. Are these any good? Let's find out. For today, they're all 165 grams. This one is 3 stars. Quick look of the ingredients. Fats 26.2, no mention of potassium, which is disappointing. Sodium 587 milligrams. Okay, the new sour cream and chives. Sadly, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought it would. It's extremely sour and it is quite salty. You may like a strong flavor, in which case this is okay. Myself personally, I think they've overdone it on the flavoring. Do love the extra crunch of the crinkle cut, which they're calling rich cut. It gets 7.5 out of 10. Up next, Himalayan pink salt, which we have tried a version of in the past. It went away and now it's back. 165 grams, 3.5 stars. Fats 27.4. Sodium, surprisingly, is quite low, relatively speaking, at 432 milligrams. That's a great size cut. Let's see how it goes. The Himalayan pink salt. Credit where due, Kettle is at least very consistent. It tastes exactly like what it tasted like last time. This is very much just a re-release. Is it any good? Well, everything I said last time still applies this time. It's not as salty as I was expecting. It's in fact quite mild, but it's very unremarkable. It's in fact just a good old-fashioned, lightly salted crinkle cut chip. Still 7.5 out of 10. Up last, balsamic, vinegar, and sea salt. This one is 3.5 stars, 26.3 for fat. Sodium, 406 milligrams per 100. That is surprisingly low, considering it's a salt flavor. Okay, the balsamic vinegar and sea salt. If you follow the channel, you probably are aware, I'm usually not a fan of salt and vinegar flavors. That's exactly what this is. Credit where due. They've done really well with this, considering it's actually quite low in salt content. Being a vinegar flavor, it is quite sour, which I don't enjoy. Love the sizes of the crinkle cuts. They are extra crunchy. It gets 7 out of 10. Here's a table of where these sit amongst all the Kettle products. Now, because they don't show the potassium content, they do lose a little bit on the ingredient score. As such, all 3 have final scores of around 20, which means all 3 sit a little bit lower on this table. I'm also going to put a line through the old Himalayan pink salt, which you can see here. It used to be called Crunch. Back then, they did provide the potassium content. But if we do a quick analysis, this new version, whilst tasting pretty much the same, is a little bit lower in fat and a little bit lower in salt. So congratulations to Kettle there. I do maintain the more established flavors, like Kettle Chili, Kettle Sweet Chili, they would still be my go-to flavors. Now, let's see how all 3 compare to all the other salty snacks we've tried in the past on the overall table here. Unfortunately, rather unremarkable, these sit in the bottom half of the table. If you see these, nothing wrong with them. Nice crunchy chips in generously sized cuts. And that concludes today's episode. Thanks again for watching. See you for the next one. And consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much.